We look outside ourselves, waiting for circumstances to align or for someone to come along and grant us the change we seek. But what if I told you that everything you need to create a different life, a better life, is already within you? First, understand that self-empowerment begins with a belief. It's a belief that you, just as you are, hold the capacity to influence your future. This belief is transformative. It's like a seed. When you plant it in your mind and nurture it with positive thoughts, it grows into a force that can reshape your reality. Second, resilience is your foundation. Change isn't a straight line. It's filled with ups and downs, and it will test you. But it's in these moments of challenge that you truly grow. Every setback, every failure is a chance to build your strength, to become the person you're destined to be. Your resilience will turn those obstacles into stepping stones. Third, focus your mind. Focus is a powerful ally on this journey. When your mind is scattered, progress slows and your potential lies dormant. But when you commit yourself fully, focus on what you want, and ignore the distractions, you'll find a clarity that empowers every action you take. That focus will guide you to the change you seek. Fourth, let go of the limitations you place on yourself. So many of us hold back, not because we lack ability, but because we doubt our own potential. We listen to voices that say, I'm not good enough, I don't have what it takes. But when you release those limits, you discover that you're capable of far more than you ever realized. Finally, take responsibility. Own your choices, your actions, and even your mistakes. When you take responsibility, you claim your power. You're no longer waiting for change, you are creating it. This is how change becomes possible, not from someone else, but from you. You're the one who has the power to shape your future, to create a new reality, to inspire change in your life and in others. Each of us holds a remarkable ability to make changes that impact every aspect of our lives. Yet so many of us overlook this power. It starts with a simple yet profound belief, a belief that we are capable of transformation, that we are capable of influencing our futures through the decisions we make today. This belief, this knowledge of our own inner strength can be life-changing. When you recognize that you possess the power to change things, something extraordinary happens within you. It's like a light turning on, one that reveals paths you might never have seen before. You start seeing possibilities rather than limitations, and that shift alone can be enough to put you on a different trajectory. But why is this inner power so hard to access for many of us? Why do we sometimes doubt our ability to make changes? Often it's because of past experiences that have shaped how we see ourselves. We might have faced failures, heard criticisms, or internalized negative beliefs from others. Those experiences can leave marks that make us doubt ourselves, that lead us to believe that the potential for change is only something others have, or that real change is just a lucky break. But when you carry that belief forward, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You see, change begins with what you believe is possible for yourself. If you believe you're limited, then you will be limited. But if you believe deep down that you have the power to change, you unlock doors that may have seemed impossible to open before. This belief isn't something that magically appears, it's cultivated. It's built over time with small decisions and actions that reinforce the idea that you are, in fact, capable. Think of it like a muscle. Just as you wouldn't expect to gain physical strength without effort, your belief in your own power grows when you exercise it, when you push past the voices of doubt. And when you continue, even on the hardest days, to take action. Each small choice you make, every time you choose to be proactive rather than reactive, every time you decide to focus on what you can control instead of what you can't, these actions reinforce the belief that you can change things. They feed that inner power. Now, recognizing your inner power doesn't mean everything will suddenly be easy. Change will still demand resilience, hard work, and consistency. But believing that you can make changes is the foundation of everything that follows. When you know you are capable, the way you approach challenges is different. You don't see obstacles as the end of the road, you see them as opportunities to grow. to strengthen your abilities, to prove to yourself once again that you are capable. This is an empowering shift. With this belief, you gain a type of confidence that isn't shaken by the trials of life, because you know that you've overcome things before and you can do it again. It's important to remind yourself every day of this power. Start small, affirm it in your mind, and keep it close when things get tough. Look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are capable, that you have within you everything you need to create the change you want. Because when you believe it, you start to live it. And when you live it, you start to see results. This inner power grows stronger with every moment you decide to trust in it, to lean into it, and to let it guide your actions. You hold within you the power to transform, to break cycles, to rise above any circumstance. No matter where you are or what you're facing, remember that the seed of change exists within you. You don't need permission, and you don't need a perfect plan. You just need to trust that the power within you is real, and that with every step you take, you are getting closer to the life you envision. Hold on to that belief and know without a doubt that you have the power to change everything. Resilience is one of the most essential qualities we can develop, especially when we're striving to make meaningful changes in our lives. Change isn't easy, and it's rarely straightforward. Often, when we set out to transform any part of our lives, whether it's our career, our health, our relationships, or our mindset, there will be challenges. And those challenges can feel like roadblocks, especially when they come one after the other. But here's where resilience comes into play. Resilience is our ability to keep going, to persevere, to get up each time we fall, and to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. It's this inner strength that allows us to overcome setbacks and continue toward our goals. Without resilience, even the best intentions, the most well-thought-out plans can falter. The journey of change is not a straight line. It's more like a winding road with its share of bumps and detours. Every time we encounter a setback, it can feel like a reason to give up. You may feel discouraged or even doubt your ability to succeed. But resilience is what allows you to face those doubts head-on, to acknowledge the frustration and then choose to keep going anyway. Resilience isn't about pretending everything is fine when it isn't. It's about acknowledging the difficulties and then choosing not to let them stop you. It's about learning to stand up after every fall, knowing that each time you do, you become a little stronger and a little wiser. One of the most powerful aspects of resilience is that it transforms failure into growth. Each time you encounter an obstacle and push through it, you learn something invaluable. Every setback contains a lesson. But it takes resilience to look for that lesson rather than just focusing on the disappointment. It's resilience that allows you to ask, what can I learn from this rather than why did this happen to me? When you view challenges in this way, they become part of your growth. They become stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Resilience teaches you that you can endure difficulty, that you can withstand the pressures of life, and that you can emerge on the other side, perhaps a bit bruised, but stronger and more capable. This strength doesn't come from one experience alone. It's developed over time, often in small moments when we choose to keep going despite feeling discouraged. Think of resilience as a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it becomes. And just like with any muscle, there will be times when it feels like you've reached your limit. But each time you push through that limit, you expand your capacity. Each time you choose to keep going, your resilience grows. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect or that you won't feel discouraged. Resilience doesn't mean the absence of pain or struggle. It means not letting that pain or struggle define you or hold you back. Imagine the progress you'll make if you see every challenge as a building block, something that makes you stronger and more capable of achieving the change you desire. With each obstacle you face and overcome, your confidence grows. You begin to see that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. You learn that you have the strength to keep going even when things are difficult. And that knowledge becomes part of you. When you know you can overcome setbacks, you are no longer afraid of them. You stop seeing obstacles as reasons to give up and start seeing them as chances to grow. Resilience becomes part of who you are, a core part of your character that no one can take away. And this resilience not only helps you to keep going, but also allows you to achieve lasting change. Real, meaningful change doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and most importantly, persistence. Without resilience, it's easy to give up when things don't happen as quickly as we'd like. But when you're resilient, you understand that change is a journey. You accept that setbacks are part of that journey, and every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. You learn to celebrate progress rather than just the end goal, and that mindset keeps you motivated to continue moving forward. In the end, resilience is the backbone of any journey toward change. It's the inner strength that keeps you going, even when the path is unclear. It's what turns failure into growth, setbacks into lessons, and challenges into opportunities. Resilience reminds you that no matter how difficult things may seem, you have the strength to keep going. And with that strength, there is no obstacle too great, no challenge too overwhelming. When you are resilient, you can face anything and continue on the path to creating the life you desire. I want to emphasize the power of focus and mindset in creating the changes we seek in our lives. These two elements, focus and mindset, are more than just tools. They are the foundation on which every action, every decision, and every result is built. It's through focus that we direct our energy, and it's through mindset that we shape our perceptions, empowering us to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Together, they form the guiding force that drives us to pursue our goals, helping us stay grounded and committed when the path forward gets challenging. Focus is a remarkable thing. In a world full of distractions, developing true focus is like finding a compass in the middle of a storm. Focus is what allows you to prioritize, to see clearly what matters most, and to make decisions that move you forward rather than sideways. But focus is not something that just happens, it's something you cultivate. Imagine how powerful your actions would be if every day you dedicated time to focus solely on what truly matters to you. When you have a clear focus, everything else begins to fall into place. The distractions, the noise, the things that don't serve your purpose, they all fade into the background, allowing you to pour your energy into what will make a difference. Yet focus alone is not enough. It's only when paired with a positive and resilient mindset that focus reaches its full potential. Your mindset is like the lens through which you view the world. It shapes your beliefs about what's possible, influences how you interpret challenges, and ultimately determines the way you respond to every situation. A growth-oriented mindset sees setbacks not as failures, but as valuable experiences. It views hard work as a pathway to mastery and understands that the journey itself is where real growth happens. With this type of mindset, you are not only focused on reaching your goals, but are also prepared to learn and grow along the way. Think about what happens when focus and a positive mindset come together. Your mind becomes a powerful tool that guides you towards your goals. Instead of getting overwhelmed by the challenges that may come, you begin to see them as part of the process. You understand that difficulties are temporary, that each obstacle is simply a moment in time, not a reflection of your potential. This combined power of focus and mindset keeps you steady on your path, encouraging you to take the steps necessary to achieve your dreams, regardless of the setbacks or delays. Focus and mindset also work together to create clarity. Clarity is crucial on the journey to change, because when you're clear about what you want, you are less likely to be swayed by opinions, fears, or distractions. Many people struggle to make meaningful changes because they haven't defined what they want clearly enough. They may feel the urge to improve or grow, but without clarity, they find themselves going in circles, trying many things but progressing toward none. With clear focus, however, you can set specific goals and take directed actions that bring you closer to achieving them. And when you maintain a growth mindset, you're open to adjusting and learning as you go. giving you the flexibility to evolve while staying aligned with your purpose. In addition, focus and mindset impact the choices we make daily. Each day we face decisions that can either move us closer to our goals or take us off track. When we lack focus, it's easy to fall into habits or routines that don't serve us. But when we are truly focused and operating from a positive, growth-oriented mindset, we make choices that are aligned with our vision. We prioritize the things that matter most, cutting out what doesn't contribute to our progress. We invest time and energy in what helps us grow, building momentum one decision at a time. Another powerful result of focus and mindset is resilience. When you're focused and have a positive mindset, you're more equipped to handle setbacks with grace. Rather than seeing a challenge as a reason to quit, you view it as an opportunity to build strength, to learn, and to become even more committed to your goals. This resilience becomes a defining quality, allowing you to keep moving forward, even when the journey is hard. It's what helps you to rise each time you fall, to adapt when things don't go as planned, and to stay committed even when others would have given up. Having a strong focus and a growth mindset fosters confidence. Every small step forward, every goal reached, and every obstacle overcome reinforces your belief in your abilities. When you see yourself making progress, you start to believe deeply in what you're capable of achieving. This confidence fuels further action, creating a positive cycle that keeps you on track toward the changes you're working to make. Remember, focus and mindset aren't things you're simply born with. They're practices, habits that you develop over time. Every time you choose to prioritize your goals, every time you decide to see challenges as learning experiences, you're strengthening your focus and building a resilient mindset. Together, they become the driving force behind everything you do, propelling you forward and guiding you as you make the changes that will lead to a fulfilled, purpose-driven life. The journey of change can often feel like an uphill battle. But the truth is that every single one of us has the power to make that change happen. The key to unlocking this potential lies in taking consistent, intentional actions, regardless of how small they may seem at first. This is the fourth crucial element in creating meaningful change action. It's easy to get caught up in planning, thinking, and wishing for a better future, but without action, all of that is just a dream. Change does not come to those who sit back and wait for it. It comes to those who actively pursue it. Taking action is more than just a matter of doing. It's about making a conscious decision to move toward your goals, to put your thoughts into motion, and to break free from the cycle of hesitation and doubt. The biggest barrier to change for many people is the fear of failure. And this fear can paralyze us, causing us to avoid taking any step at all. But here's the thing, the fear of failure is often more paralyzing than failure itself. When you take action, you're not just moving closer to your goals, but you're also giving yourself the opportunity to learn and grow, regardless of the outcome. Failure, if you choose to see it as such, is simply a lesson, a stepping stone towards success. What makes action so powerful is its ability to turn intentions into reality. We can have all the best ideas, all the grand plans, but they mean nothing if we don't act on them. This is why it's so important to not only think about the changes we want to make, but to start making them. Even if the steps feel small or insignificant, they're the momentum we need to propel ourselves forward. Often we get stuck in a cycle of overthinking, wondering if we're taking the right steps or if the timing is perfect. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect time to take action. The timing will never be flawless, and the conditions will never be ideal. The only way to truly make change is to begin, to take that first step, even if it's imperfect. When we take action, we also build confidence in our abilities. Each step, no matter how small, is proof that we're capable of moving toward our goals. It creates a ripple effect of positive momentum. With each action, we not only move closer to our desired outcome, but we also reinforce our belief in ourselves. This confidence is what keeps us going. especially when the path becomes difficult. And the more action we take, the more opportunities for growth we create. Each time you act, you gain new insights, refine your approach, and become better equipped to face the challenges ahead. Another important aspect of taking action is the discipline it requires. Consistency is key. It's easy to feel motivated at the start of any new project or change, but staying motivated over time can be a struggle. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline is the commitment to show up and do the work, even on the days when you don't feel like it. It's the determination to push through the challenges and keep taking action, even when the progress feels slow. This is where your resilience, focus, and mindset come together. Without discipline, it's easy to fall off course. But when you're committed to consistently taking action, even on difficult days, you lay the groundwork for sustained change. The impact of consistent action is profound. Over time, those small steps add up, and you'll find yourself much closer to your goal than you ever thought possible. It's easy to get discouraged if you only focus on the end result. But when you focus on taking consistent action, you begin to realize that every step counts. Each action is a piece of the puzzle, and before you know it, the picture you've been working towards starts to take shape. The progress may be gradual, but it's steady. And with each action, you are one step closer to transforming your reality. Taking action is also about being open to change and being willing to adapt as you go. There may be times when you realize that the path you're on isn't quite the right one, or that a different approach might be more effective. It's important to not let this discourage you. Instead, embrace the opportunity to pivot, adjust, and continue moving forward. Flexibility in action is just as important as consistency. The most successful people aren't the ones who stick rigidly to a plan, regardless of its outcome, but the ones who adapt and keep pushing forward, always learning from their actions and experiences. In conclusion, change is not something that happens to us. It's something we create through consistent, intentional action. Every action you take, no matter how small, is a step closer to the life you envision. And as you continue to act, you not only make progress, but you also grow in confidence, resilience, and wisdom. The key to transformation lies in your hands. Take the steps, trust the process, and keep moving forward. The power to change everything is within you, and it begins with the simple but powerful act of taking action. One of the most significant elements of creating meaningful change in your life is the ability to stay committed and persistent, even when things get tough. Many people begin the journey of change with great enthusiasm, but the true challenge lies in maintaining that momentum over time. This is where the power of consistency becomes vital. It's not about doing something perfectly, it's about showing up day in and day out with the same dedication and drive to move forward, no matter the obstacles that arise. Consistency is what separates those who achieve lasting success from those who fall short. When you commit to consistent action, you build habits that support your goals, reinforcing your focus and mindset along the way. Progress may seem slow at times, but it's through this steady effort that you develop the resilience to overcome challenges and keep moving forward. Even when you face setbacks, consistency ensures that you don't give up or lose sight of your goals. It builds a foundation of trust in yourself, creating the belief that no matter what happens, you are capable of seeing things through. Consistency is not about perfection, it's about perseverance, and it's persistence that ultimately leads to transformation.